Nolan, and I'm getting confused because there's...
I'm going to change it.
Yeah, you do.
What was me being next to it?
Yeah, and there's two screens.
Okay. Half an hour, do you want to turn that in?
You press the button.
Okay, let's go. Right, so Ignite is all about share your passions. So share your professional or personal passions. And I thought I could do some work stuff. I could talk about higher education web development, or I could talk about object-oriented PHP, but that's all rubbish. So I could have talked about my personal things, but I don't do WinPy or Batman or Mojitos or whatever other people have talked about in the past. So instead, I started thinking a bit more, and I decided that one of the passions I have, or one of the things I do, is this. I'm involved in scouting. And I spend quite a lot of my free time doing that. I go away, and I've been involved for quite a number of years. Let's start off by going back a few years. And this is me, aged 8, joining the scouting movement. And just so that I'm not the only person in the room embarrassed, just above my cap is my big brother over there. So you can see him as well. And since then, I've been involved in Venture Scouts and Scouts. This is a trip. It's dangerous that I'm going to be just doing holiday photos, but this is a trip I did walking across Wicklow for my Queen Scout Award expedition. I've been involved in Scouts comes through to the Scout Network, which was a big, an older section. And this is me in Taiwan with a couple hundred people from the UK joining 2,500 people in Taiwan. Quickfire, oh no, I'm going too fast now. Quickfire scouting fact. First fact, while I wait for the next 15 seconds, is that this is the official Scout branded font, and it's called the Serif. First one, come on. Scouting isn't just for boys anymore, it's now for girls. Young women joined Scouting for the first time in 1976. Since then, in 1991, they were allowed to join any section, and 44% of leaders are in fact women. Scouting is present in more countries than take part in the Olympic Games. So 204 countries take part in the Olympics, 216 countries have Scouting present in them. That excludes Andorra, Burma, Cuba, North Korea, and some other place that I can't remember. This is a staged one. So there's about 500,000 Scouts in the UK, there's 28 million Scouts worldwide, and over the last 103 years, there's been about 500 million people who have been through Scouting and Guiding across the world. So quite a lot of people. I'm involved in a number of ways. First way is that I'm a leader in an Explorer unit. They're 14 to 18-year-olds. So this is some of my rabble from a couple of years ago. The second way I'm involved is part of a service team. So if you want to run a zip wire or put people into an ancient peat bog and not tell the guy from the National Trust that you've lost a few trainers in it, then we can do that kind of thing. And I also like to do some bigger projects that sort of keep me interested. And so next summer I'm planning a trip to Serbia for 35 people from across Lancashire. And a lot of them won't have been abroad before, certainly not been abroad with Scouting, to go to the Serbian Jamboree with about 5,000 people. But it's not just because I'm a great guy. I have to admit that it's done wonders for my CV. Every job I've ever had has got Scouting to thank for. So from my first web development job at age 18 to bragging that I have management experience because I attended the meeting. It's all to thank. Right, so I asked friends on Facebook what they got from Scouting. So let's see if I can actually read any of these. Mountains and stuff is one. One guy says, I get to dick around with fire, learn about food poisoning, sleep in tents with girls, and make some friends along the way. What else have I got here? People, places, and me. So it's made this of the guy Stuart, everything that he is today. Anyway, back to me, age 8. I think if you sort of spoke to that guy 20 odd years ago, he wouldn't have really sort of imagined what was going to be going on for the next 20 years in my life. About 10 years ago, that group closed. This is the Scout that I first met him earlier this year. And it's kind of sad that it's closed down, but Scouting moves forward. And things change. Demographics change in the town, you can't support the number of scouts. But that's not a bad thing, because a couple of miles down the road, it's a brand new scout hut that's being built to serve other people. So scouting's moving, scouting's changing, and that's all good. If you want to join us, my corporate bit, if you want to join, go to volunteer, that kind of thing, then please do. That's all.